the book came out a few years ago and has been reissued, this beautiful edition by Troika Books, to tie in with the play. But when the book first came out, a lot of people read it, and a 12-year-old wrote to me and said, I really enjoyed Hidden. I didn't know we had immigrants in England. And, obviously she comes from an area, and there are large areas of our country where people are mainly white British. And Alex, the main character of this book, the whole book's in her voice. I mean, obviously people talk and everything, but it's like her stream of consciousness. I'm stuck here on the high street, my best friend since forever, it's gone off with her, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And she suddenly sees the other teenager, Samir, they're both 14, being bullied by racists on the high street. And the thing about Alex is, she's a white British girl, she's never thought about asylum seekers now, but she doesn't like anything that's unfair. She doesn't like any injustice. She's not top of the class at anything, but you cross Alex and she'll stick up for you. And she goes up to these hoodies and goes, pick on someone your own size, and they turn on her. And she's lucky that police come along and she doesn't get herself beaten up at that point. But that's where she starts to link with this boy, Samir, who's come into her school. They call him the foreign boy. They call him 2% as well, because their teacher has given them a lesson about how many, 97.3% of refugees, asylum seekers actually go somewhere else. They don't get to England. This idea that we're overrun, the 2.7% get here. So the bullies in the class call him 2%. And Alex, she has to stop and think, what is this? Why haven't I noticed this before? And she learns through the book. And at first, when they pull this asylum seeker out of the sea, he's gabbling away to Samir. Samir's gabbling back. And Alex can't understand a word. He can't even speak clearly. He's speaking my language, Arabic. Oh, she said, so you're from where? We're both from Iraq. And she thinks to herself, well, what if he is a terrorist? And what would Mum say?
Interesting.
So, which is quite a normal thought. We're not talking about somebody who's just ignorantly, racist. We're talking about somebody who doesn't have the experience, which is quite not unusual. Not everybody gets a chance to mix in huge multicultural centres.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be something that a lot of people can actually empathise with and can help them to make sense of what's going on around them.